Hi there, this is Jen Kitzmiller with the National Weather Service in Missoula, and I have your weather briefing recorded on Sunday, January 17th. So just a few of the highlights for this week. We do have a couple light snow events expected, one tonight and two Monday morning, and then another one possible Tuesday night into Wednesday. But really our main focus for this week is on the pattern change that's going to be coming up to much colder conditions Friday into the weekend, and ahead of that the potential for a widespread snow event on Thursday into Friday. So here's a look at our current satellite imagery. You'll see some cloud cover here over western Montana and central Idaho. That's the system that was responsible for the widespread light snowfall on Sunday. And that system is exiting the region, but I will point your attention to this cloud cover coming out of BC and Alberta. That is going to be headed south into western Montana here later tonight into Monday morning, and will likely bring another round of some light snowfall, particularly along the Continental Divide. And then as we focus our attention further west, you will see a lot of cloud cover here off the Gulf of Alaska, and that is going to be the weather system that's going to be responsible for bringing in a change towards the end of this week. Really quickly, I did want to just show you an overview of how snow might evolve tonight. This is a forecast model simulation of where precipitation might be, and here we're starting at about 2 p.m. on Sunday. You'll see some lingering showers, particularly around Missoula, the Sealy Swan, and then down towards Lolo Pass. A lot of that activity is expected to generally kind of wane, although we will keep some light showers in those areas here going into the evening as we continue under northwest flow aloft. Overall, any accumulation should be pretty minimal. However, as I get out towards about midnight tonight, you'll see this wave coming south out of Canada, and this wave is going to bring that next period of some light snow generally along the Continental Divide through the Glacier Park region down towards the Sealy Swan, and then here we are getting to about 7 a.m. Monday morning, and you'll see some precipitation shifting down towards McDonald and Homestake Pass. So some light accumulations, but again it could be another inch to maybe 2 inches of snow as that wave dives south across the region. Going forward, I mentioned another potential light snow event Tuesday night into Wednesday. This one looks very weak, and it looks like it's mainly going to be affecting northwest Montana. The image that I have here is showing model simulation of where precipitation might be, with the gray colors representing where moisture is. So you'll see generally along the Continental Divide, from roughly the Swan Valley area northward into Marias Pass, and then down towards about Lookout Pass is the main area where we might see some snow. This again would be Tuesday night into Wednesday. It looks very light, possibly some snow associated with this even down into some of the valleys, but we're thinking accumulations will be less than an inch. Now, as I've alluded to, we have a pattern change coming up for Friday into the weekend. This is the model solution kind of showing what's driving this pattern change, and you'll see this large area of low pressure, which I showed you off of the Gulf of Alaska on our satellite imagery. That's going to move inland and dive south with time into California, Nevada, and the desert southwest. And with that, that's going to allow some colder air from Canada to be pulled down across western Montana and central Idaho. Now, I would say we have pretty moderate to high confidence in the falling temperatures for Friday going into this weekend. Ahead of this system, there is some potential to get some moisture pulled in, and so there could be a fairly widespread snowfall event in that Thursday into Friday time frame. We have relatively low confidence in that at this time, particularly in terms of this potential snowfall amounts and where the heavier snow might occur. So speaking of the snow, here is the current probability of seeing 1 inch of snow or greater in that Thursday into Friday time frame. And while there's not particularly high probabilities of that 1 inch or greater, you will see that it is pretty widespread across all of western Montana and north central Idaho, of about a 40 to 60% chance of seeing an inch or more of snowfall in that time frame. If we look at a little bit higher probabilities, 2 inches or greater, you'll see the probabilities do drop off, but there is still this corridor showing up from roughly Marias Pass, then down towards Lookout Pass, down including Lolo Pass, and even showing up around Missoula, where there's some potential of seeing some higher amounts. Now, as I alluded to, there are some differences in our models and where this moisture is setting up. And so there is still some question marks on this period. I think it bears watching, and certainly we'll continue to put out more information as our confidence grows on where the snowfall might be. Now, as I mentioned, we do have higher confidence in seeing that cooling trend. So here's just a look at what temperatures are going to look at like across Montana over the next 7 days. And what I've highlighted with the black line is where 32 degrees is. So you'll see for both Missoula, Butte, and Kalispell, as we get out towards that Thursday into Friday time frame, that's where temperatures really start to drop. And beyond about Friday, most of the forecast models are showing that temperatures will remain below freezing, and in some cases could be some of the colder temperatures we've seen in quite a while, certainly since at least October when we had our last big snow and cool down. So potential to see, high temperatures only in the 20s and low temperatures down into the teens, maybe even approaching zero in a few locations. For central Idaho, we're going to see fairly similar. It's not quite as cold. Here on the top, I've got Grangeville, and you'll see by Friday, that's kind of the time when we really start to see things drop off, where temperatures aren't recovering above freezing during the day. And in Salmon, it looks like similar, although you're just overall going to be cooler in salmon going forward, so we're not really seeing a lot of potential for warming there over the next 7 days. So looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook, it does look like overall we're going to remain in a pretty active and cool pattern. We've got slightly above normal favored conditions for precipitation, and we do have a pretty strong signature for continued below normal temperatures in that 6 to 10 day time frame. So here's a look at our weather threat matrix just in summary. Again, Monday, that light snow, particularly along the Continental Divide. A little bit of a break for Tuesday, and then at Tuesday night into Wednesday, maybe a little bit of light snow up across northwest Montana. And then really it's that Thursday into Friday time frame where we start seeing the potential of some more widespread snow. We went ahead and highlighted Friday as a potential moderate impact day. As I mentioned, the confidence in the snowfall isn't overly high in that period, but there is potential there to see a more widespread snow event for all elevations. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on. In the meantime, feel free to give us a call if you have any questions or concerns. And otherwise, our next scheduled briefing will be on Thursday. We'll talk to you then and hope you have a great week.